Hi! It has been a little too long since I've made a video. There has just been a lot going on and not a lot going on all at the same time. My dishwasher is running in the background. I don't know if you can hear it, but sorry if you can. So, welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you are returning. If you're new here, I make TTC videos here on YouTube, and I've had quite the journey. So, the last video I made, Nash! I got a new puppy and he's adorable, but he's a Shar-Pei lab mix and his lips are just huge, his mouth is huge, and when he drinks water and stops, it just goes everywhere. So, anyways, back to the story. So, I think my last video I posted was kind of an emotional one. I had just been to a follicle scan. I think I was somewhere around day 15 or so, and I was actually going in to see when I could take my trigger shot. I had taken letrozole, my first round of letrozole, and so far at my first scan everything looked great. I had 2 follicles, 1 in each ovary, measuring 13 millimeters. So I was just going to go back in a couple days later to make sure they were big enough to do my trigger, and I went in and they hadn't grown, and one of them wasn't there anymore. So super disappointing. It was just like I kind of hit like a rock bottom. You know, you have to build up so much hope when you fight with infertility, and I just like felt awful that day. So since then, I took Provera to induce a cycle. We were doing letrozole and dexamethasone again, which is what we had done, and plan to do the same thing. Use a trigger, and we actually decided to do an IUI. So I was convinced, absolutely 100% convinced that this was my cycle. I was going to get pregnant. It was going to go super good. As always, Tom's butt is in the camera. Welcome back. We were going to do an IUI, and I was so excited, especially after I found out that it was way cheaper than I thought it was going to be. I was anticipating like somewhere in the $800 range. It was only like $295 at my doctor's office. Anyways, I was super excited. Every morning I'd wake up, and this sounds super cheesy, but I'd like rub my belly and say, grow little eggs, grow, like this is my month, I'm gonna get pregnant. I was just ready, I was convinced. And I went in for my first follicle scan, and I had no dominant eggs whatsoever. She just looked at me and she said, I don't see anything. Of course, I had my typical like 20 to 30 follicles on each side, each ovary, but none of them were big. So the medication did not work at all. So I was just at a loss. I was like, what do we do from here? I've done 4 rounds of Clomid. This is my 2nd round of letrozole. I just don't know what to do anymore. So after the ultrasound tech sent the information to my nurse practitioner OB, she called me and she said, Mackenzie, I think it's time that we refer you to a fertility clinic or endocrinologist, a specialist. And I was like overwhelmed with emotions. I was super happy because that's a big step. I'm finally going to see someone who specializes in the care that I need. But it was also disappointing because just knowing that my OB office couldn't help me anymore was just kind of like, it was very humbling. I'll just say that. Really reminds you like this is something that's going to be hard, and it has been hard. It's been 2 years, and you know, it's time for someone else to help you because we can't help you anymore. And so that was just a hard fact to learn and to take in and to believe, because you just want to think that you can go to your normal doctor's office, your OB office, they can prescribe you medication, they can get you pregnant, but that's just not the case. So I was upset for a little bit, but it has turned to excitement. So she referred me to a clinic about 4 hours from here. It's in St. Louis, and she said she's had a lot of patients that have had a lot of luck there. They really like them, and she said try it out. So I called with like immediately, still like kind of crying, which might have helped me, I don't know, with the anticipation of it being like months before I could get in. And she's like asked me a bunch of questions. I don't know if they like base the priority of you getting in sooner off of how long you've been trying. I don't know if there was any kind of protocol to that, but I told her how long. I was like kind of sniffling and upset still. And she's like, well, since you live 4 hours away, you can still come in next Friday. This was like on a Monday. You can still come in next Friday, but you can also do the tele something, so phone or video conversation. And since I didn't really want to drive 4 hours just to sit down and talk to someone when I could do the same stuff over the phone or over video, although I would have really liked to meet them, that's the route that I went because I knew I couldn't miss work an entire Friday just to go up there. I wanted to save my trips for when I needed them. So today is Monday. My consultation is Friday at 2, and I'm super excited. I've already like the next day I got all my paperwork and stuff done. I just got a letter in the mail about like, this is what you should prepare for. I filled out all of my history of medications and what my cycles are like and answered all the questions. And I'm super excited. I've been watching a lot of videos of like what to do to prepare for infertility consultation. So I'm gonna write down all my questions, write down a timeline of everything that we've done, everything we've tried, what I think I struggle with, and just overload them with as much information as they're gonna overload me with. From what I understand, a lot of times in this scenario, the first consultation is just them asking you all sorts of questions. So that way they can really get a good baseline of, okay, these are the issues that she struggles with. This is where she's okay at. This is where she needs help. So they can come up with like a plan of what they want to do. I'm just so excited. The only thing I'm just like kind of bummed about, one moment. Hey, come on, let's go outside, come on. Go. So the puppy and current dog love each other, but they like do this whole bite your neck and ears thing, and it's all the time. Tom's looking at me like I'm crazy. You're not wrong. Okay, where was I? Tom's down. Anyways, they just ask all sorts of stuff, so that way they kind of come up with a plan. The only thing that kind of sucks, I'm not worried about, but it's kind of a bummer, is I don't know how long it's going to take, because you have to understand you're going into a whole new set of doctors and people, and you're having to explain your experience so far, and they're going to want to do their own, I can just ignore him, they're going to want to do their own testing. So I might have to do like repeat lab work and some other things that maybe we haven't even done yet. Like we haven't done a sperm analysis on Jerry, partially because we know that I don't ovulate, so I think they know it's on me, and he's had a child before, so obviously his stuff works. At least it did. He's 40 now, so who knows. So that's kind of where I'm at, but I feel good about it. At this point, I'm not setting a timeline for myself. You know, when you go into trying to have a kid, you're like, oh, it'd be perfect to get pregnant this time, because then I'd have the baby this time of the year. And I was kind of like that up until this point, and now I'm like, I don't care if I have them in the busiest part of my works, season, or what. If I get pregnant, it's going to be awesome and a miracle. So, here we are. And I got a new car today. I keep vehicles. I drive them forever until it's just like really time to upgrade. And I had a truck that I love still, but it was just time to get something different. I wanted an SUV again, and I got a Ford Explorer, and I love it. Jerry and I always talked about how I would get a new vehicle once I got pregnant, and then now I'm like, whatever. So I got a car that seats 7, and I can't even have 1 kid. So wishful thinking, I don't know. I like big SUVs anyway, so even if I never get pregnant, I'll still keep it. But I am baby ready. That's the case. So that is my update. I just got a funny thing, not funny, but annoying. I checked the mail, and I got a letter from my insurance company saying that, sorry, but you have reached your cap on this medication listed below, letrozole. So if you decide to use this medication again, you'll have to pay full cost. I'm like, I only did 2 rounds. Like, pretty sure I reached my cap on Clomid before, and then I went to letrozole for 2 rounds, and you're already telling me I reached my cap. Like, gosh. So it's like I get a letter in the mail that's telling me, hey, we don't give a shit, excuse my language, that you're struggling with infertility. Sorry, you're going to have to pay full cost for something that helps you do the one thing you can't, which is ovulate. And then in the exact same batch of mail, I get a letter from the fertility clinic that is super sweet, super hopeful, really nice, thanking me, looking forward to meeting me. It's just so polar opposites. Like, hey, we don't care about you. And then it's like, hey, we really care about you. Glad you're here. I'm like, thanks. Hope my insurance covers everything. Which I know it won't, but whatever. So that's where we're at. Super excited. And we'll see how it goes. I am a little nervous about the whole thing about them being 4 hours away. Because I don't know how much stuff I'll be able to do here and then like transfer the results to them, or how much stuff I'll have to go up there for. So that's going to definitely suck, but hopefully we can work that out and everything can, for the most part, be done here and then transfer it up to them. So I got my hair did. Because why not, right? Nothing else is working out, so might as well change your hair color. I will say, after I came off of birth control, of course it's been a long time ago, my hair pulls so different. Is there anyone else that that's happened to? Like, before, whenever I go get highlights, it would take no time at all. Like, shouldn't have to use super high volume, and my highlights would pull white. Now it takes forever, and she has to use a bunch of toning stuff, and like lots of it pulls like brassy. You can't see it, I don't think, in here, but oh man, I was like, that's a bummer. But that is my update. I will definitely keep you guys posted about my consultation. Hopefully I'll make a video next Wednesday about how it goes. And again, as always, thank you guys for reaching out to me on Instagram. I love talking to all of you guys. I actually have a girl that I've been talking to for a while now, and she's been struggling with infertility, and she just got her first positive, and so far so good, and I am so happy for her. So I love hearing all the stories. I love talking to people. I love answering questions. I love learning from people. So definitely follow me on Instagram. I think what do they call it? Something, I don't know. Anyways, it's at MackenzieJJ. Yeah, I think so. You'll find me on there. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to my channel. I'm hopefully going to be posting some more information as I go through this process, because there will be a lot for me to learn and a lot for me to tell you guys about. Yeah, so that's all I got. I will see you next time.